welcome to this answer explanation video. In this video I'm going to go over the answers to the negative numbers worksheet and I'm going to talk through any of the bits that you might have found tricky. Okay, so the first question says write the numbers below on the number line, and the numbers we've got are 12, negative 15, negative 1, negative 4 and 7. So if we look at our number line, we've been given lots of information here. We can see that it goes up to 10 and then to 20 and down to negative 10 and then to negative 20. So first thing we need to do is make sure that the increments are worth 1, or work out what the increments are worth if not. So if we count from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, we know that these increments are worth 1 each, which is really helpful because that means to plot the 12 on the number line, we can start at 10 and just count on 2. 1, 2. So that increment there is where 12 goes on our number line. So the next number we need to plot is negative 15. So again, we can use what we know about the increments being worth 1 to start here at negative 10 rather than counting. But if you wanted to count from 0, you could. It's up to you. I'll start from negative 10 and then count back. So negative 11, negative 12, negative 13, negative 14 and negative 15. So I know I can put negative 15 there. The next number is negative 1. So if we think about where our 0 is, we can start at 0, count back 1 and negative 1 goes there. Now we've got negative 4 to plot. If we carry on from negative 1, we can go negative 2, negative 3 and negative 4. And plot that there. And finally we've got the number 7. We know that 7 is a positive number, so it's not going to be on this side of our number line. We can count on from 0 if we wanted, or you can count back from 10, it's up to you. I'll count forward from 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 7 goes there. If the temperature in Leeds is 18 degrees Celsius and the temperature in Helsinki is negative 13 degrees Celsius, what is the difference between the two temperatures? Use the number line to help. So, to use our number line, we're going to have to plot these numbers on the number line. So let's find the temperature for Leeds. Again, we need to work out what the increments are worth on this number line so we don't end up plotting the numbers in the wrong place. So let's check. We've got 0 there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's handy, the increments are all worth 1. So, 18 degrees, start at 10, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so that's 18. That is the temperature in Leeds. So now the temperature in Helsinki is negative 13 degrees. So we know that the increments are worth 1 each, so you can start at negative 10, but if you wanted to start at 0 you could. It's entirely up to you and how you prefer to do it. I'll start at negative 10 and count back. So negative 10, negative 11, negative 12, negative 13. The temperature in Helsinki goes there. So now we need to use the number line to find the difference between the two temperatures. So I'm going to start at 18 degrees and I'm going to go back to 10 because that's the easiest for me. And I know that that's 8. Then I'm going to go back again to 0, that's 10. I'm going to go back again, that's 10. And then the difference between negative 10 and negative 13 is 1, 2, 3. So now I can add these numbers up. So 3 add 10 is 13, add another 10 is 23, add 8 is 31. So the difference between 18 degrees and negative 13 degrees is 31 degrees. So the next question says, identify the smallest number in each set of data and mark it on the number line below. And then we've got two sets of data. We've got set A and set B. The numbers in set A are negative 28, 30, negative 21, 17, negative 10 and 28. First part of our question, it asks us to identify the smallest number in each set. So we need to work out which number is the smallest in that group of numbers. 30, 17 and 28 are all positive numbers. So they're all greater than the negative numbers. So we can already rule those three out. That means we're left with negative 28, negative 21 and negative 10. A number, when we go into negative numbers, the closer the number is to 0, the bigger it is. So negative 10 is larger than negative 21 and negative 28, because negative 10 would come here and negative 20 is there. Negative 20 is further away from the 0 than negative 10. So we can dismiss negative 10 because that's closer to 0. So then we're left with negative 21 and negative 28. If we were to plot negative 21 on our number line, it would be here. And negative 28 would be here. Negative 28 is further away from 0 than negative 21. So negative 28 is the smallest number from that set of data, and it would go there on our number line. So set B then, we've got the numbers 9, 21, negative 17, negative 23, 29 and negative 21. Again, because we're looking for the smallest number, we can rule out any positive numbers. So that leaves us with negative 17, negative 23 and negative 21. Applying what I've just said then, negative 20 would be there and negative 17 would be there. So negative 17 is not the smallest. Negative 21 then is there and negative 23 is there. Negative 21 is closer to 0, so negative 23 is our smallest number. So 20, negative 21, negative 22, negative 23 is there. Question 4 says, Betty has recorded each answer to the questions below on the number line. Is she correct? Explain your answer. So Betty's got 3 questions that she has solved and plotted the answers to on the number line. A, 15 less than 7, B, 4 more than negative 13, and C, negative 4 add 9. So our first job then is to check whether or not she's got these calculations correct using our number line. What I'm going to do, as I've done before, is check what the increments are worth before I start, so I can plot the numbers and I can use the number line to help me solve the calculations. So looking at this number line, I know that it goes from negative 20 to 20, and it looks at first glance as though the increments are worth 1, but I'm going to double check. So if I start at 0 and count on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that would make that one 10. So each of the increments are definitely worth 1. So that will help me work out the answers. So if we start with A, 15 less than 7, I am going to find 7 on the number line. So that would be here. And then I'm going to count 15 back. So if I start at my 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So Betty has put that in the correct place because that is 15 less than 7, which is negative 8. So let's check B then. So far, so good. B says 4 more than negative 13. So using what I know about the number line, that's worth 10. So that's worth negative 10, sorry. So that means that there is negative 11, negative 12, negative 13. So we start here, 4 more than negative 13. So that means we need to add 4 to negative 13. When you add a positive number to a negative number, you make it bigger. Therefore, you make it go closer to the 0. So if we start at negative 13 and add 4, we're going to go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. So actually, Betty is incorrect because Betty has made the mistake of subtracting 4 from negative 13, negative 13, negative 14, negative 15, negative 16, negative 17. So she's actually gone the wrong way on her number line. She should have added that 4. And the answer to B then is negative 9. So far Betty's got A correct, but she's got B incorrect. So let's check C. C says negative 4, add 9. So if we start at negative 4, which is here, and we count on 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we know Betty's correct because that is 5 and she's got that correct. So, is she correct? Explain your answer. Betty is incorrect. A and C are correct, however B should be on negative 9. Question 5 then. Avni thinks that the number that lies halfway between A and B is 2. Is he correct? Prove it. So what we need to do first of all is work out what A and B actually represent on this number line. So as you can see, we've got negative 30 on one side and 30 on the other. And we need to work out what the increments in between mean. So at first glance, it looks like they could be worth 1 each. And that could be 10, 20, and so on. So let's just check. Start at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that must be 10, which makes that 20. So that makes that negative 10, and that would make that negative 20. It's important to write down things on your number line when you work things out like this, because you can refer back to it later on and it just saves you having to count every single time. So we know that A is 1, 2, 3 more than negative 20. So if we count negative 19, negative 18, negative 17. So we know that A is negative 17. And if we look at B, it's just 1 less than 20. So B must be worth 19. Avni thinks that the number halfway between A and B then is 2. So if we find the number 2 on our number line, which is here, Avni thinks that's halfway between point A and point B. So let's check. If it is halfway between, the difference between 2 and 19 will be the same as the difference between negative 17 and 2. So I'll just count on to work out what the difference is between 2 and 19 first of all. So if we count on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So the difference between B and 2 is 17. So if the difference between A and 2 is also 17, then Avni is correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So the difference between A and 2 is 19. So that means that 2 isn't exactly halfway between A and B, because there is more difference on this side than what there is on this side. However, he's not far off, is he? What we can do then is take 1 from here and make that 18 jumps, add that 1 here to make that 18, and if we'd move 1, we'd end up here. So actually the number that is halfway between A and B is in fact 1. So Avni is incorrect. The number that lies halfway between A and B is 1. Hanin had £23 in her bank account. On Wednesday, she spent £16. On Thursday, she paid a £22 electricity bill. How much money does Hanin have in her bank account now? Use the number line below for support. So what we need to do is work out how much money Hanin has now after she's spent all that money. So let's use a number line to help us. So, first of all, let's start at 23. Let's find 23 on this number line. Again, I'm going to count the increments to see what they're worth and make sure that I'm not plotting my numbers in the wrong place. So if I start at 0 and count up in ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that's 10, which will make that 20, and then that's 30, that's negative 10, and negative 20. So to begin with, Hannin has £23 in her bank account, so let's find 23. So if this is 20, there must be 23. So that's what Hannin starts off with. She spends £16, so that means she gets rid of £16 is taken out of her bank account. £16 is taken away from 23. So we can use our number line to count backwards 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that's here. So that means after she spent £16 on Wednesday, Hannin has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, £7. So on Thursday, when Hannin pays that £22 electricity bill, she's going to end up crossing over the 0 into her negative numbers. She's going to end up overdrawn. What we can do now is count backwards from 7 and take off 22. So, I'll do a jump of 7. So I'll take away 7. That gets us to 0. Then I'm going to take off another £10. That takes us to negative 10, so that's £17. And now I've got 5 more pounds I need to go back. So if I just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm going to end up here. I know that's negative 10, that's negative 11, that's negative 12, negative 13, negative 14, negative £15. So Hannin has negative £15 left in her bank account. That was a video on the answers to the negative numbers worksheet from Classroom Secrets. If you would like to watch the video tutorial that accompanies this skill, please go to kids.classroomsecrets.co.uk. If you would like some more resources linked to this skill, please visit classroomsecrets.co.uk.